Alright, here's the video review for the last of the good boys, at least that we know of so far. We've got Quintus Prime, Solus Prime, and Megatronus, and they are in Bludgeon, Octopunch, and Bomb-Burst shells respectively. We're not going to dwell too hard on them because we've seen these before. There are some new sculpts. Honestly, probably some of the cooler shells in the whole Pretenders line, these three right here, so I'm glad we did get them. I would have liked it if we get shells for the remaining Prime Masters. I mean, I guess Predaking is technically the shell for Onyx Prime, but I would have liked it if, I guess Razor Claw really, but I would have liked to get more of these little Pretender dudes, although I feel like most of the really iconic Pretender shells we've gotten here in the line so far. I would like to get more. I would absolutely like to get more. I'm not going to lie about that at all. I would love to have Pretender shells for all the little primes that I can carry all the primes around in my pocket, but oh well. So they're not really any different than previous versions. Some of them are the same basic weapon idea with some, different greebles and bits on them. Bludgeon's cool because I love Bludgeon and I like his little tiny body. And he's got just the same little pivot arms here, and he transforms into a rifle. It's very similar to Metal Hawk, although again different tech detailing on the actual nozzle of the barrel itself and the shell. They open up now. Bludgeon here, or Quintus Prime, I guess I should say, his shell wouldn't close all the way. It would close, but it would fall open very easily. I've remedied that partially by putting some floor polish on some of the joints and the tabs up here. But the issue is, you'll see right above my finger there's a couple little ridges on the side of the shell. You see they're not touching Quintus Prime now because it's already a little loose, like the way the shells can bend out and the tabs are slightly changed. So it was just enough. When you pushed him in there, Quintus Prime was just wide enough that it was pushing on these tabs that are supposed to friction him in, that it was pushing the sides of the shell out. I mean, we're talking like microns here. I mean, it was just enough where the tabs just couldn't find any purchase or friction. And I just went in and I shaved just a little bit off, and you could file it down. However, these little ridges right here, you don't have to go all the way back, just as far back as his arms go. And that keeps him from pushing the shell out and does help secure the shell. Even before I floor polished it, after that, he was staying together pretty well. I just tightened it up with some floor polish because I wanted to. But so yeah, inside here is Quintus Prime. He's a little yellow and purple bot. And then his little Quintus Prime design there on the back, which, like all the other shells, when you've got him in weapon mode, you can pin his little feetsies on and have them attached to the weapon itself, which just kind of helps fill in the back of the weapon and give it a little bit more of a dynamic look. I like Quintus Prime because he's very orangey. He's mac and cheese yellow and orange. He's like mac and cheese yellow with mac and cheese powder orange is how I describe him. But yeah, so there he is. Actually, we'll just leave him in weapon modes as we transform him. Megatronus in Bomb-Burst. Again, a very cool shell. I really like, even though there's just a little bit of paint, the purple and the blue. It even has little eyes painted, little golden eyeballs in there. He's pretty cool. He has the same kind of claw mechanism that Skullgrin did in his weapon mode. He tabs together pretty securely here in Pretender mode. You pop him up, he's kind of gray. He's actually got some silver paint on his face, which makes him pretty cool looking, even for just being more of a solid gray, different shades of gray robot. And you pop him out, and he's got kind of a angry, spiky symbol with some red inside of it. It's a really cool looking little Prime Master. And it turns out that like some of these, we know we're getting the last 4 Prime Masters with the Comic-Con Optimus Primal, which I am desperately trying to get my hands on. I know they're going up on Hasbro Toy Shop on August 13th, I believe. I would like to get one before then because 1, I love Optimus Primal. 2, I love Prime Masters, and I want them all. Anyway, but here he is. He's pretty cool. I think it's Blastoff comes with a version of him where like his symbol is like a translucent red plastic. And we saw that there's kind of an ice blue Prima, or Prima, I don't know how you say it. I say Prima, but Prima, yeah, Prima Donna. It should be Prima. Anyway, that's coming with Punch Counter Punch, which that's another figure I'm really looking forward to get, but I think he's going to be on Amazon, so we'll get that. But I want the standard colored ones that come with Optimus Primal, so, or Throne of the Primes. So we'll do that. But there he is with his little. I really like his. Just he's a neat looking little robot. Just like I said, despite being basic gray, but I really like. He's one of my favorite Prime symbols that we've gotten. Solus Prime's actually pretty cool too. What was the other one I liked? We're gonna have them all out here in a minute, so we'll just check it then. And we'll plug him in here, and there's his little claw weapon. Again, very similar to Skullgrin with his little claw. Actually, it looks like it's pretty much the same piece, just painted differently. Or actually, not painted, I guess I should say. But again, really, really dig him as a design. And then we have Solus Prime here in Octopunch. I love the teal and purple on this. I think the colors are great. The shell has some nice paint. Empty face hole there, but that's okay. Now, Solus Prime's weapon mode is kind of a je ne sais quoi, what the French call a certain, I don't know what. It's got tentacles. It is, I guess technically if you punch somebody with this, well, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, you would be getting Octopunched. Now the cards this time around, not the card, yeah, I guess the cards, they don't come with character cards, but their packaging cards don't call out their armor. It's just Solus Prime, Quintus Prime, Megatronus. It doesn't say with Bomb-Burst armor or with Bludgeon armor, unfortunately, this time around. The robot inside, also very cool. It's in the same kind of teal and purple, and they painted the face yellow. And like I said, just the color scheme on this, they're very vibrant. It has a very end-of-the-line G1, G2 kind of color scheme, too. I guess really more of an end of G1, although some of those did color over to like the Splash Dashers or whatever those things are called. And like again, kind of a neat, cool design with the light blue circles. And also, this one kind of looks like it could be like a cycloptic head for a robot, more so than some of the other Prime symbols, because just the shape of the pattern around it kind of looks like a helmet. Kind of looks like Octopunch's helmet around the eye. But yeah, neat little thing. And again, you can tab that on right back here to form the weapon mode. So there's all three of them. Oh, put them that way. All three of them together here in weapon mode. And just like all the others, they can be attached in various ways to larger figures. I have put one on this Optimus Prime arm. Don't worry, I'm gonna pan up. Just bear with me here. Come on. Does not want to go in to his peg hole. There we go. So we'll give one arm the Octopunch. We'll give the other arm a Bomb-Burst punch. Not a Bomb-Burst punch, a Megatronus punch. And then we'll take Quintus Prime here. At this point, let me just go ahead and lift this up. A little bit more. There we go. A little bit more for Santa Claus. And so there's Leader Prime. And then we'll give him Bludgeon, or Quintus Prime as a weapon. Oh, okay, you're going to do that to me. That's the one thing I don't like about these things, is that they're just friction pegged in. And so when you're plugging the handle in, you almost kind of have to go straight down and then fold it, because it's not hard to pop that peg out. So there's Optimus Prime wielding all three of the Wave 3 Prime Masters there. Like I said, I didn't buy, it's neat that they have weapon modes. I didn't buy them for the weapon modes. I bought them because they're tiny little pretender dudes, and I kind of dig some of the little inner robots. We gotta make sure we can focus in the right field of view here. Speck of dirt. And let's go ahead and pop them all out of their shells and do some fun little group shots here. So here's these three guys, and we'll add them in with all their previous. Let me get the Prime dudes out. There's Alchemist Prime with the Submarauder armor. And then here's... Came with Skullgrin. Which one was he? Oh, yeah. Liege Maximo with Skullgrin. So there's all of our bad guy pretenders. And they're a fun-looking group. The Autobots tend to have kind of a generic, I am a dude wearing power armor. But the Decepticons all kind of have unique monster modes. And having them all together is cool. Again, I do wish we got more of these guys to fill all 12 of them. Here is, which one is this? Yeah, Alpha Trion and Landmine. And then Vector Prime and Metal Hawk. And then Micronus Prime and Cloudburst. So there's all the shells all together. I guess technically there's Onyx Prime in his shell with them. We've seen all the robot modes, but let's get all their little symbol-y doodads. Onyx Prime actually has a pretty cool symbol too. Wasn't Legion Maximum? Oh, it was Micronus. I think Micronus Prime. Yeah, that's what it was. And then here's all the little Prime Master dudes in front, although I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all to stand properly. There we go. Oh, okay, whatever. So we've got Vector Prime, Micronus Prime. Was he Micronus Prime or was he just Micronus? Megatronus, Alchemist Prime, Liege Maximo, Onyx Prime, Alpha Trion. I don't know why Alpha Trion's just a bunch of little diamonds. It's like he's addicted to card gambling. It just kind of makes sense. Anyway, Megatronus, Quintus Prime, and Solus Prime. So there you go. There's all of their little visuals. So yeah, Micronus and Megatronus and Solus are my favorite little Prime character designs. But there's all the shells that they hide inside. I guess, again, except for Onyx. And here's what all of the little symbols look like together. And hopefully soon we'll have 2 more down here and 1 right here, and then the mystical 13th Prime to stand over here and rule them all. But anyway, those came today. My friend Scott picked them up in here in town and actually couriered them out to my office this afternoon. So thank you again, Scott, for that very much. I've been looking for these guys, and now I don't have to do that interminable. I know they're about to hit online retailers are expecting them in stock like any day now, and I canceled that order. But now I don't have to deal with the interminability of paying for something and then waiting like 3 to 4 days for it to come. But anyway, there they are. Megatronus with Bomb-Burst, Quintus Prime with Bludgeon, and Solus Prime with Octopunch armor. And hopefully soon we'll be talking and showing off the last 4. But like I said, I'd like more Pretender shells, but I'm happy we got some of my favorite ones here in the line.